Hello. I. Oh, cool. Okay, sorry. I just noticed that my follower goal of 120 followers was completed. So that's cool. Yay! We did it, everyone. We did it. So, let me double check the sound real quick. I have to check. Okay. Obviously, audio is on. I'm a little under the weather. So, there's that. So, if I kind of sound like I'm a little sniffly, a little, congested, that's what that is. Um, but, even though that may be the case, I can still be here and I can still stream, I think. I'm here consciously. So yeah, part of me was like, I should just do Minecraft and something mindless. But I really, really, really want to do this. Hi, Jammer. How you doing? I have a friend who loves this game, and he really wanted me to play this game. And I was like, I have this game. So I decided I'll play this game. If you have a favorite game that you want me to play, let me know. And you can also do that hanging in there till I gotta sleep. Yeah. Go to the Discord server if you haven't joined us on the Discord server, and there is a channel for recommendations, and you're always welcome to leave a recommendation there. Just putting that out there because I think people aren't aware that they can tell me, or they can suggest games. They don't tell me, but they just, suggest games that they could possibly want me to play. And if I can't guarantee that I'll play every game that somebody suggests, but I absolutely will try to play most of the games. Up top, this game has some horror elements in it, and this game also has some flashing imagery. So, yeah, just warning you. Also, I need to edit my socials on here. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, some of that's old. Like, I don't post on some of these anymore. Anyway, thanks for visiting, Jammer. I'm gonna go ahead and play this game and see how it goes. Okay. Gonna play a new game. The sad music. Okay. I was also warned that I might get upset while playing this game. Like want to cry and that kind of stuff. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see, there's some options here. Ooh, there's a lot of options here. The ending of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Can't someone else do this? I get some sort of reward for doing this. Okay, thank you for telling me what to do. Sweet, I always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion. Turn around and leave. Let's see. Let's see. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back that up? Let's see. Forget this. I'm not doing this. Let's see. I'm going to ask, do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
No, that's not good enough. But how could the princess locked away in the basement end the world? You don't tell me why she's dangerous. I'm not going to kill her. Have you considered that maybe the other... some of these are from the beginning. Okay. But how could a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Let's see. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to talk, meet her face to face. Let's see. No, I'm not convinced. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because... I don't think she's going to end the world, though. They haven't convinced me. Let's see. Okay, I guess we'll go with this one.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll take the blade just in case.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? Like, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't think she can reach it from here. We'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been here? Do you know why I'm gonna kill you? Hold on. Okay, we talked now. Okay, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I'll remain silent.
They haven't told you anything, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Oh, I didn't realize you started already. Oops. I started a little early. So, real quick, just a brief kind of thing. I was told that this princess is going to end the world if I don't kill her. So I'm coming down to the basement of this cabin to kill her. But I get a lot of choices, and I've decided personally right now to talk to her to see why, or kind of understand what's going on. Heal her. Have you played this game? I mean, yeah, talk to her.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
We'll see if we can do several routes.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Yeah, that's true. We are in a situation where I absolutely don't know what's going on, and I either have to trust her word or just kind of, you know, kill her blindly. So the narrator and the hero's inner voice are at odds. Yes, the narrator wants me to kill her. The hero's inner voice is basically my choices and my thoughts. So it's going to reflect more of the choices I made. But the narrator definitely wants me to just kill her and get it over with. But they have the same literal voice. Like the literal actual actor probably is the same one.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Thinking from previous experience, the narrator has been unreliable in the past, thinking about little misfortune.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That's not a real answer. How would I get you out of here? I really don't even have anything. All I have is a knife.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Wait, does she want to cut her arm off? Yeah, I'm guessing she'd cut her hand off.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
That's a lot, though.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Let's do that. Let's do what she's suggesting. Let's cut off her hand if that's okay.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
It might have. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Uh-oh.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
The narrator... Did you do this, narrator? You don't hear until you do the deed. I'm just gonna yell once.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess'
Her eyes.
just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long,
Did you
you're
see
able to
my
cut through
hands?
bone, and she pulls the
Did you
bleeding
see my
stump of her
hands, though?
arm through the iron gauntlet.
My hands are like little monster hands.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
We'll see what happens.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Hello! Thank you for the raid! Thank you, Calrian, for the raid. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, this game has a little bit of horror, if you don't know. So just so you know, just warning you. So if it's a lot for you guys, Feel free to leave if you have to. she is bleeding already. Well, thank you so much. Okay, let me continue. Yeah, thank you for the raid. Thank you, Calrian. She's minus a hand, no big deal. Yeah, it's just a minor setback for her. She's ready. She's ready to take on and do what she needs to do.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Let's see what happens next.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Hi, how you doing? Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just
How's
let her
the game
escape
going?
into the world.
It's going well.
I just can't let her escape into the world.
Oh my god, the narrator, why are you meddling? We are this is my first playthrough in the game, so we're making choices, and I decided to not slay the princess. I've decided to, well, I helped her cut her arm off so she could escape. Her hand off. The narrator's being an ass. Alright, let's see.
As the princess approaches
Look
the
at my
bottom
hand.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No, narrator, why are you making me do this? But look at my hand, guys. Thank you for the follow, gamer. Look at my hand. Like, I didn't notice it before, but yeah, I have like some scaly arms. I got some fur on my arms. What's up with that? I bet I look kind of lizardy. That'd be kind of cool, right? Creepy. Excuse me. Interesting is what you meant to say. Interesting, not creepy. You can't just judge somebody because they have scaly arms. It's like a lizard. Alright. We're gonna see what happens.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, you can't make me just stab.
Watch me.
The narrator, no! Look at all these options. It just says slay the princess, slay the princess. Okay, there's a warner in here. Let's go.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Ooh.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
But I am lizard. I want to see what happens. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
Why? Hold on. Let me save it. Okay.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Is she gonna kill me?
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Look at my cute little lizardy claws. It's very cute.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
She killed me.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from
Welp.
your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
They're making me do it again. Okay. Wait. Wait, what? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
There's a
I wouldn't
skeptic
trust
now?
a word out of his mouth.
There's a skeptic.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I think that this game will let me not kill her a bunch of times.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large?
She's very
I
scary.
told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
She killed us the first time, but you know what? We were trying to help. We were trying to do the right thing. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you
Right,
any closer to doing your
Anya?
job and saving the world.
I'm with Anya.
So
We
let's just agree to disagree.
No. We can fix her. We can fix her. She just needs love. We can fix her. We just need to be nice to her a bunch with each time, and she will learn that she doesn't have to destroy the world, and she just needs to be loved. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just go to the cabin. Let's go to the cabin, and we won't kill her. And bring her some Haribo gummies, and she'll be good. Let's see. We're gonna go to the cabin first.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, let me guess. She's gonna try and convince me not to kill her.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Let's go to the cabin. Wink.
The interior of the cabin
Oh, it's different.
is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Different.
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh no, ad. Sorry for your ad. I'll try to stay on this page for a bit. Now look at all this iron. Look at the iron bar. So different, so different. Somebody drew this by hand though. That's real cool. I like that all of this was drawn by somebody. All the little hatch marks. It's nice. I don't know how long her ad's gonna take. Look at the little mirror glass. And I hope the princess is getting enough air circulation down there in her prison. I'm gonna press this.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I just noticed that the cursor is the little lizard hand. It's my hand. Well, Anya, you have to let me know when you're back so I can proceed. I'm gonna save right here and go back. let's, You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Yeah.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
What? Do you not see them? Do you not see the mirror?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
We have to look in the mirror. I want to see how handsome I am. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Me.
But it was there a second ago,
You took away the mirror.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, we're going downstairs.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
She
and
has
lock eyes with
three.
the princess.
3
She
locks.
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? I think I'm just gonna leave you here, actually. Let's see. What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
How?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Man.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't.
The narrator's pathetic.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
What about you, narrator? Why are you doing this?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
I went to get food. What did I miss? Oh my god. So I sat down and I talked to the princess a little bit, and she remembers what happened last time. But the narrator still doesn't remember because this is another narrator. It's like a replaced narrator or something. So this is like the second version of the narrator.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
How about you, narrator? Maybe the information you have is imperfect. Have you thought about that? You're not even the first narrator.
I won't.
I remember last time. I remember.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? The others changed them. Who's it for? Let's do that.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
But even if she could disarm us, like, what could she possibly do if she's chained up? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, even if she killed us, we were here before.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire
Also the
world.
empty shackle, yeah,
And she might
lock
use
us
it
up.
to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
We're just lizard. What's the other chain on the wall? Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Why did you put it there, narrator? You're the one who has control over what's here. Just lock yourself up. Like, I give up. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you the weapon. Meow, Taekwon! Hi, Taekwon! Okay, I'm trusting you. I'm gonna give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Oh, you're gonna force me to do things? Narrator's a dick.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, you've already tried to take over, buddy.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly
Here she goes.
as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Watch it in easy silence. That's my choice.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
The sounds oof.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. How did she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Yeah, she's not
Finally,
dead.
you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Can you put it back on, though?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread.
Yeah.
I need
What have you done? I didn't do anything. I gave her a knife. She took her own head off. I just gave her the knife because she didn't trust us to help her. So she asked for the knife and I gave it to her. She did it. Yeah, I didn't do it. I did not slay that princess. She did it herself.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Guys, I did not kill her, okay?
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
Look at my cool little lizard arm.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
I can't do anything else but leave the cabin and claim your reward. Damn it.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Oh, if she just needs to be ahead, you saved her. Oh, okay. I mean, kinda yes. What the fuck is this game? Taekwondo, are you okay? It's Slay the Princess! That's what this is.
Over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Why was she in prison like that? We don't know. It's just, we just know that we have to kill her. That's all we know. That's what the narrator told us to do. But the narrator is untrustworthy. Yeah, for reasons only the narrator knows, maybe. Because the narrator, we're not even sure really fully knows. Well, this game looks interesting. Hi, Jacer! Also, howdy. Hello. Oh, here she goes. Oh, she went away. No, I saved her though. But you didn't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place. The mirror! It's very interesting. Yeah, she is not human. Well, neither am I. Let's be real. Jacer, I'm lizard. I'm lizard. My body has claws like lizard and scales.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Let's go to the mirror.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Wait, let's save real quick. Okay. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. The narrator's got. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
No, I think we should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I want to look at the mirror. She's an entity or some such. She can't actually be killed, and time loops happening. Yeah, there are time loops in this game. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we. Yeah, the narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
The world ended for that guy. Approach the mirror.
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
It's supposed to be different. Let's say this first, and then we'll approach the mirror if it still gives us that option.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
A bunch of missiles flying across.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's a mirror. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Look at my hand, my scaly hand. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. It's you. Look at me. What do I look like? You're alone in the place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, are we starting over? You were at the cabin. Despite everything, you still you. Oh my god. Approach her. There she is.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Princess. Yeah, it's her. My queen, I've come to save you. She's a princess, though. Biblically accurate princess, so it seems. Let's see. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Are you the princess? Let's see this. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making yourself her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
So many hand super harassment. Question mark. Are you okay, Taekwon?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you light post lamppost? The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
There's some heads that can never be reattached. Correct. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Man, she never answers anything. Yeah. Well, she's cryptic.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How much will I forget, though?
Everything, until we meet again.
No! I don't want to forget. No ads. And what if I don't let you do this to me? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How many pieces of you do I have to find? Let's do how many pieces.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
What do you need to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Well, I just missed stuff. Sorry. No!
You're
It's
on
the
a
beginning
path
again.
to the woods, and at the end of that path
The beginning.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I clicked to let me forget. So she just killed me. She just really killed me. So I have to start again from the very, very actual beginning. Turned away for for 1 second you died. Oh, wonder what happens if you just kill her with no hesitation. We'll see.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure. No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RL on your controller. Okay. Blah blah blah. Do I get a reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Sweet. I always wanted a Let's just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Oh, I see. So you need to find a way to kill the entity, the true entity, not the body. Yeah, her is the name of the entity.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he...
I'm gonna go fast forward some of this. Let's go proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
Yeah, it
is
probably
almost
was
entirely bare.
saving
The
her.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine... The blade is your imp...
Okay, we're gonna get the blade.
You take the blade...
Okay, we're gonna enter the basement. I'm gonna skip some of this dialogue since it's been done before.
Door to the basement. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh wait, this is like the second part.
Who's there?
Oh wait, no.
She sounds... Don't let it fool you.
Okay. I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
No, you need to find some magic runes or some shit to seal the ghost.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, we're just gonna go in and kill her. Okay, we're gonna just kill her.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
We're just
Focus on
gonna
the
kill
task at hand.
Okay, we're gonna kill her.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
It's an entity, Sandwich. Something tells me it won't be that easy though. Yeah, I don't think it will be. I don't think it's that easy. We'll see.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
You just separate parts of her body so she won't be locked anymore. Ah, maybe.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Not the princess! Nope, not really. You survived a beheading, so LOL. Throw salt on her. You guys!
But is it over? Really over?
I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course, she's dead. Of course, that was way too easy. Of course, that was way too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Yeah.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
Yeah,
The
whatever,
princess
Mr. Narrator. You don't even
dead.
know.
Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
She's probably pull a knife and stab, whoa, wabbo. Maybe. Probably.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
For real.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was.
She's
That
she's
was the sound
alive.
of a heartbeat, followed by another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
She's gonna kill us.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pain
Can we
frenzy.
still kill the narrators? Right? He's the most annoying character so far. Is the narrator?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now.
No.
You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I made it to chapter 2. Yay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Did you not die? You don't die unless I think the entity kills you. I don't think you die if the princess kills you. Doesn't count. I don't think. It's a Taekwon. Yeah, you don't die unless the princess kills you. I mean, you don't die unless the entity kills you, not the princess. The princess can kill you. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's not a problem
You're
if she kills
here
you.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe...
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Yeah.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen.
No, I did
to me.
listen to you, actually. I just hesitated.
We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life?
Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you.
If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences.
We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't know.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I don't know.
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
The world doesn't actually end, though. It only ends for narrator.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
No.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Turn around and leave. Just kidding. Let's talk about this princess. Let's go to the cabin. No, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying
Turn
her.
around and leave.
Don't believe a
Narrator's
word
full
she
of shit and
says.
doesn't actually know anything. This is true. Narrator doesn't know
Couldn't be
anything.
more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of warped
It's never
wood and
been like this
broken
before.
boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table
Yeah, this is
with
new.
a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And also the mirror that they didn't want to talk about.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Let's approach the mirror, though.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Oh. I feel like you need to do all that shit without a weapon, since slicing her or getting a weapon attached to her body gives her more strength. But she can kill us, and that starts the cycle over.
Now it's gone.
I don't know.
It's another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
It's the narrator that changed it. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Yeah, she did use a weapon that she had hidden on her, even though the narrator said she didn't have a weapon.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Because the narrator lies. Yeah, the narrator's stupid. We're going into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Yeah, I'm armed. I have 2 arms. 2 lizard arms.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? I can't kill that bitch. Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. Let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Why did she sound so calm the first time when she went to the mirror and all that? I don't know, Taekwon is a different version of her.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Narrator, I don't trust you. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically 0.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
She also shifts to the new world.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her?
She knows.
She's obviously
She remembers the
lying
last
through her
world.
teeth.
Last world we were in.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Yes, you would.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence.
Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Okay. So... we killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little Birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
Wait, are we a bird? I think we have a bird face, but have like... Maybe we're one of those D&D characters that's like a bird, but has like bird claw hands. I don't know what the species is. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those bird people in like Dungeons and Dragons? Fuck, now I gotta look it up. Yeah, birds have scaly feet talons. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to find... Hold on, now I gotta look it up. Bird people. Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, they're called... Arkorak? I don't know. And Kinku is the other name of them. Kinku? Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of, the Kinku. So, like, let me just type it into the box. I don't play D&D either, but I know about some characters or lore and stuff. So they have like little claw hands and claw feet, but they have a bird face. Yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and continue.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Maybe we're a bird person.
She certainly feels threatening.
The Dark Crystal. Oh my god.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
Shut up, narrator. I don't trust you.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Alright. Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
Wow, she definitely wants to kill me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye.
It's boring if you leave.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
You fucking asshole, the narrator.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
Let's just get the fuck out of me.
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment.
Practically zero. Practically. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, she can't get us though. She's too far. She's just a sentient knife at this point.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Oh, she's gonna cut off her own hand, isn't she?
And then
Yep.
she slices through her arm.
She's evil. Yeah. Why all that roleplay though? She is a vessel, Taekwon. She is not necessarily evil. She's a person with an entity inside of her.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
I can fix her! I can still fix her! She's quite sadistic. I can fix her! I can fix her still! This is just a speed bump, guys. I can still fix her. I think deep down she really understands that I care about her. Look at her. Gotta save her from herself for real. Wait, her second arm is normal. It has bones. Look, Taekwon, you're splitting hairs.
Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single
Not my
brief
arm!
and wordless exchange, before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Her happy face, yeah. Yeah, you're thinking too hard about it, Taekwon.
Everything goes dark.
Ah, I'm die.
You die.
Thank you, whoever.
Thank you, Wabba. Chapter 3! I made it to a chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy.
Ooh. There's no door. There's just mirror this time. It's just mirror.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Yeah, but for whom? Someone or something is out there pulling the strings and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them.
Taekwon adult game, he said fuck yay.
But what if that someone is us, eh? Eh? Wouldn't that be neat?
Mm-hmm.
If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already.
Yeah, we've died a lot of times.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Let's go. Page 2. Go back.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
We just have to keep going until we save her. until we truly save her.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real.
Does she get weaker every time she loses patience and stab you inside the cabin? She gets stronger if anything. And in this specific path, she did get stronger.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
I don't think so. She was getting more defensive. She definitely... Well, we started out just stabbing her in this path. So she was right away ready to kill us.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
She was trying to lure us near her, Taekwon. What are you on about? She's trying to keep you out. No, yeah, she just wanted to stab us, Taekwon, in that one.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
But I feel like I could fix her.
What if winning is
Maybe
the
not
wrong
in
move?
this life, but another one.
It isn't. I don't care whether you trust me or not, but at least trust that defeating the person who has apparently killed you twice already is a good idea. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are.
There's
right?
no door. There's only mirror.
But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. We can see our reality just fine. Why should we trust his?
For real.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
We're so stressed out.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
So many voices now. Yeah. So this, like a visual novel-ish. Jacer, where we been? Jacer, yes, it's a visual novel. But it's got many options, and it's interesting. Believe it or not, visual novels can be interesting. Anyway.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's toying with us. She's acting like she already knows she's won. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
We'll choose our way out of this adventure.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal
No!
is cut short by the
Already!
wet sound of slicing meat,
Already! We
and the
can't even
princess's
talk to
arms locked in
ourselves!
blades glistening
God
with her
damn
blood,
it.
the empty fat of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Where are her bones on my Sigh their ass, princess. Taekwon, you're asking the wrong questions.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
She's going to fucking kill me! Again.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, fuck. We're fighting her, obviously. No. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk our way out of this. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Obviously, yes, I think it's in the better. Flirt with her. Yeah, I was thinking maybe? I don't know. I don't think that'll win, but who knows?
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Everything you don't like is the right thing to do, narrator.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
It's fine. She's fine.
I'd rather not. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll throw her off. I know I'd be thrown off if she started flirting with us. I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? I just feel like I really get you. I like you, romantically even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date. I know you want to kill me.
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Fucking blades.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still gonna kill you, though.
Or not. Is anything going to work with her? She's so single-minded. It's like, whatever we do, it's always going to end exactly the same.
Like, she's kind of cute. Jesus Christ. We have to convince her. No!
Glowing in
She's
her
fucking
cheeks.
coming for us.
The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing.
Aw, she loves us though. I can still save her.
She skewers you.
I can still save her, guys. I can fix her.
Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit?
Oh my god.
Is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
New voice.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? We're dead, aren't we? We're dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time? Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Aw, she's into us.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually. It's going to get so loud in here. How are we going to keep it all straight?
Come on, show me something new.
Let's see. We're gonna appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same.
She has more blades now, yes.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. None of this is working. Think.
Tina just comes in to be like, wood. A visual novel, or is this a cutscene? No, it's a visual novel, but it's really good.
She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
Listen, I'm desperate. Novel or visual?
You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
Here we
And then
go.
everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4!
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
You're dead. You are dead, not big surprise. We know, unfortunately.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if you throw it out the window?
No.
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
You are dead. Yeah, I've died so many times.
Yeah,
But that's
they're all
the way the
same,
game is.
really.
It's a circle, it's a cycle. I can't think of a better way to die.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Smitten needs to sit down. Yeah. That's kind of the point, yeah.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Wood. God, sit down. Guys, calm down.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists,
What's
splitting
going
into
on?
red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering
Oh my
against
God.
the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
Is she still cute,
Heart
guys?
beats furiously in its cage of a
Is
chest.
she still cute?
Are you ready for what comes next?
Still would. Didn't know. Still would. How does she have a voice still? Oh my gosh, she's a Soulsborne boss, yeah.
Holy shit!
You guys, get good.
She's gorgeous.
Oh my god!
Absolutely divine.
Dita, I think you are the same as the voice of the Smitten. I agree with the Smitten, yeah.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Wait, what the? Okay. Smitten in chat, yeah.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive?
I want her to cut the heads off my high school boy. Okay, Dita, stop.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
Yeah, it's her heart that keeps her alive.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We stabbed her heart once. Yeah, we did stab her in the heart once. And she still was kind of alive. And then she died after that, though.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Let's empty our minds.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. Get him out of here.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You're not acting yet. Through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. Goes Ichigo Bankai speed. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. See, he's a bird person with a claw hand. It's the hands. The hands got her. You You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. I wish I could see better, though. You find yourself in long quiet once again. This whole story is an acid trip from the looks of it. This part again. Okay, I didn't need to sleep tonight. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. It's her!
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
We have to do this again. When can I free her, though? Oh no. I don't want to do this again. I just want to free her. Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
These things are just blades. How does she speak? Taekwon, what are you talking about? She's an entity at this point. She doesn't need a vocal box. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
I need to go, but this has been interesting. Okay, Jammer, have a good night. Appreciate you being here.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Entities should still need a body even in their myths, no? I don't know about that, Taekwon.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I looked up endings and so you haven't actually reached any of them. Oh, so like this is just the same game over and over, and like, oh my god. Oh my god. Why is she suddenly so chill? I guess getting grabbed by hands and turning into a crazy blade thing is a humbling experience. She's the game dev. One simply one must imagine Sisyphus happy. You keep choosing wrong and are in a loop of your own making. Wait, are you saying I am choosing wrong, or are you saying that, like, wait, what are you saying? I keep choosing wrong? I don't know what the right answers are. This plot is as confusing as Mrs. Blue. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Let's see. What else? And what if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I want to wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
Wait, or you have no need to wait. Okay. I will attack the entity. God damn it. I'm gonna attack the entity. Because I feel like I make all the wrong choices. You will cut across the enemy in front of me. It's failed, so it doesn't matter at this point. Nothing happens. Oh, God damn it.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into space, your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
When I go back, if it's an invisible wall closed around me, wait, let's see. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I'm gonna head out. Good luck. Okay, Anya. You're leaving me alone with this. And you're telling me I'm doing the bad endings. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky.
No, you're
and
supposed
I
to have what you
yearn
do.
for more
Like one no.
perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Why do you sound grumpy already, Anya? Oh my god. Okay. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
She's too smart for you, Dita. She's too smart for you, unfortunately. Damn it, not so wooden anymore about her, as I can't understand any of this cryptic stuff. I'm brain rot, yeah.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
yep.
It will be the end of the world.
It's chapter 5 now. It's chapter 1. We're starting again. But I don't know if it's actually the end, or I don't think we've reached any ends. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't care. I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Every time you get in the mirror, it resets. Yeah, every time you meet that entity in the mirror, it resets to the beginning of the story. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. Okay, you know what?
Your silence is deafening.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go in the cabin, don't I? Fight. Oh yeah, well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Why do you not choose the ones highlighted? I'm choosing what I choose.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Infinite cabins, that's freaky. Reminds me of the back rooms. Dina, you are very simple, and I appreciate you for being here.
Wait, what's going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Really, I thought I was being annoying. Nah, you're okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so I'm gonna just choose to slay her quickly. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna go.
A warning before you go any further.
There's a wall around the cabin now.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from...
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ignore him. He's just... Let's keep an open mind.
We're just gonna go in here. Go in the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table, the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monster?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Kinda having the blade. I was thinking about it, but I wasn't sure.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
You died 100 times taking the blade. Yeah. Imagine being in a room where it constantly moves like this. It would drive me insane. Crazy. Yeah.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Ooh.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Let's take the soft staircase.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Let's just sleep here. Let's
You
just
slowly
sleep
lose
here.
sense of yourself the further you go.
Let's just sleep in the stairs.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Let's sleep on the stairs. Hey, look, my cursor's different.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Oh, you can't see the cursor. It was a claw before. Now it's like a little bird beak.
Blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
What the fuck? Yeah, indeed.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
He's just being an ass, we remember.
Okay, we already know she's a pile of blades. She's not always a pile of blades, though. Let's see. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. You know why you're down here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
This could explain the... What are you talking about, Taekwon?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Again?
Have you been here before? Should we tell him?
Nah, let him stew.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Until?
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Yeah, let's do that. There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Oh, I know. I feel like there was one from, like, the one I did before, and one from, like, every time you fight her and she gains more blades.
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
We'd always start by retrieving the blade.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs manage to chew you up,
I will devour you.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Okay, that part about being devoured makes you say wood again. Dida. Calm down. Why is this one just one option? What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it? No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
If I let you out of here, what are you gonna do?
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer? What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
Damn it, the glass shattering noise jump scares me. Yeah, it's kind of loud and startling.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Well, I have to select this. That's the only option.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't...
So Dita would. Just kidding. Oh, sure. Sure.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
I mean, when you go on and on about it, it's kind of like a little much, but it is kind of funny, a little bit.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Oh no, yeah.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
I thought I could fix her. I don't know if I can fix her, guys. I don't know if I can fix her.
We should help her. I think we did this.
I can make her worse.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. It's a package deal and I'm getting multiple girlfriends in one. Oh, there she goes. When everything is possible, nothing is, yeah. You'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
The
Should we
handle.
try and
Damn it.
find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
The voices feel small at distance as you approach. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You've withered. Here we go. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, wouldn't wood anymore. The cryptic nonsense is starting again. Every time she scales into a different anomaly before you slay her, you lose. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the others. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Have you figured out what you want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
I'm ready to go back. So you're bringing Anomaly to these hands. The princess ain't the hands.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Okay, let's go directly. Continue the cabin. Let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're
Richard, I was
supposed to
with them
save
there. I don't know how long
princesses,
ago.
not
Oh my
slave.
god, you. Hi. Hello.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what...
Okay, we're gonna go to the cabin. Next door to raid you after I suggested. Ah.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm just gonna walk into the cabin without the blade. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
I hope
Her
you're calm.
voice
Hope you're
softly
okay.
carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna go check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around up there somewhere, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
You turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, at least she's determined.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. Let's get her out of here.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Ah, so painful. But the blood in her mouth's pretty cute.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Oh,
You
he's
can't
gonna
just
make me
let her
stab
escape
her.
into
He's
the
gonna make me
world.
stab her.
No. As the princess
forgot
approaches
about
the
that.
bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, there's no going back
I'm
now.
just gonna slay her.
I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart.
Warn her. I've done it before.
But she's fast. She ducks to the
God
floor,
damn it.
your blade
It's
narrowly
the
grazing her
same thing
backside,
happened last time.
slaying her.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
It can't just end like this, right?
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path
Okay,
in the
I'm gonna
woods.
fast forward this
You're
part.
here to slay her.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie,
She'll lie to
don't
me.
worry.
Let's go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's go to the basement.
No blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening
If you don't
below.
take the blade, maybe she can't grow
Shines
blades
in the
on her arms
darkness
indefinitely.
like some kind of massive maw, waiting
She
to
seems
swallow
to
you
only
up
really
into
match
the earth.
you as far as if you have weapons or not.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
I'm not nasty. I'm not nasty.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She's got little animal feet and a tail.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
She's becoming a lioness now. She's very animal. She's very fluffy.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
I'm sorry about last time. I'm really sorry.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I'm getting the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than the both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial
So she's
arrangement.
a furry now?
We should take it.
Let me out to here. Yeah, she's a furry. Oh no, she's meow. She's a furry.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
She's perfect. Didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Can't you get out of those chains on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks
Look at her
eye
kitty
contact,
face!
even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
She's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Pet her. Just kidding.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Let's step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason.
We could just walk side by side. It might be too narrow for that.
Because I already know that I'm right. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
Uh-oh.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
It's what I would have done.
Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Your opportunist persona got her to act like this. We could have gotten out of here. We just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
She kind of mirrors your actions. Yeah, I think she kind of does.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. It's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the
what
blade
your
first.
persona plots. Yeah.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up
She's
and
always
down
better
your
than you.
battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Oops.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, there she goes. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Let's go to the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. I think you can't just ever kill her, no? I think every time she died, the game ended. Maybe it's the different endings you get. Yeah, it's different. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Maybe the goal is just to kill her a trillion times to still unlock different endings? It might be. Maybe we're supposed to kill her a bunch of times. Because it said to collect the pieces of her, which were each version of her. You think there are other people? There are people out there.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
How many more vessels do you need? Oh, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this is fact. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Taekwon, if you want to play this game yourself, you can buy it on Steam, and you can try your way of getting it, because I think you're confused. How many more vessels do I need to bring you back?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
You know we're going to fight when this is over. Do you really want me to bring you the last vessel?
We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Well, you can't really choose that. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Well, let's go.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Get ready for the jump scare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here. because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement.
Let's just enter the basement.
The door to the base, her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
Don't let
We'll
it fool you.
warn her this time.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down.
She's beautiful.
I am begging you to.
Hi.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right. You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere up. Doubtful.
Let's see. If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out.
Is someone else here?
To the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her.
The actual fuck. Oh, hi, Dita. You're here again. I still would.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged. You cut into her.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Her limb falls to the ground. And the
Did
heavy
you use this
chains
as a background
fall
noise to American Truck Simulator? Wow. Yeah, we tried this route already. So I'm kind of going through
She
it.
didn't so much as utter a...
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
Everybody's my trucker
Blood from
audio
her
drama
wound
on the radio.
dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of
It's
that.
gonna make
The
me
stakes
stab
are too
her,
high.
so I'm gonna warn her first.
You can't just let her in. As the princess approaches. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess
She's probably
takes
gonna kill
a
us, so
cautious
let's see.
step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Maybe you need to
You
let her
aren't
win
dead
every time.
yet.
Maybe.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into
I'm
your
still
chest
extremely
again
confused.
and again and again, and you feel...
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Here we go
And
again.
at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
We're gonna do this again,
If
and
you
I'm
d-
gonna try not to kill her. Let's see if she's still kind. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go to the cabin, and I'm gonna, like, not take the knife again.
A warning.
Yeah.
Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain.
Oh, it's the
He
smitten!
made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Screw, gonna leave the stream on while I'm in bed. Okay. Let's go to the cabin. This is the last one. The entity said that we only need one more body. One more princess body for the entity to become
The interior
complete.
of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice?
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
What if you and her are kind of the same being? I don't know, maybe, because we die a lot.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
See, spin is the way to go.
Is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We'll see what happens.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Okay. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? No, I wouldn't say that. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
New looking place. Yeah, it is a different place.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrative sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
What happened? Well, let's just rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and can't
Oh my god, what
do?
if the narrator's telling her to kill you? Yeah, he's always been telling me to kill her.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Raquan says he's pitting you two against each other because is the hands of the entity and he wants y'all to bring all of them different bodies for them. If you don't kill each other, the entity may run out of vessels and perish. The entity only needs one more vessel, and I think eventually, somehow, even this good one will die.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Hey, it's pink in the background.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Power of love on our side. I think I just threw up in my mouth.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
I hope she doesn't jump scares again. She might. Who knows?
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand.
There's sparkles!
The last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about
This
this.
must be new. She's gonna go out evil and be all scary, and I'll say would. The narrator's not happy if you're not battling each other. This is for sure. Yeah, the narrator hates that we're being happy.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world,
Lucky narrator.
can't we all just
Narrator's also
stay
trying to get
here?
her to take
Seems
the
like an
blade.
easy win for everyone.
Have you seen the places? I've only been half following this long. Yeah, I've slain the princess before.
That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop it with these interruptions. I remember mine. We're leaving. Yeah, we're leaving. I say leave. You need to leave with her. Yeah, we need to leave.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Uh-oh.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Sahando. Yeah, they're gonna come again. This is the last body.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. I like how I came and saw bit by bit to where all I saw was violence and now a happy ending. Wait, what is going on now? What the fuck? What killed her now? Why is the character you playing a weird bird dragon? I think it's like one of those Dungeons and Dragons characters, it's like a bird person. I think it's like a bird person. Because he's got like a bird face. She called him a bird face. Bird person like Rick and Morty. No, not like that. Yeah.
She's gone.
Anyway.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
She's in the mirror. We gotta go to the mirror.
Mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
We gotta go to the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Gaze in your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. Explorer, are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. They were the narrator the whole time? I don't know. And then another crack forms another. Okay, broken glass. Yeah. So you're the narrator? I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Ouch. The creature, the entity. The story is a fever dream. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? Wait, what are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Oof. Wait. I'm gonna quit the jump scares. This is, I'm so excited for the new movie. Little do I know it would be a creature featuring the creature. Had to get scared, scariest stories. Others, like you said, something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a PCU breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? Oh, wait. You kind of answered that already. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you denied it as being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this
How
construct
do I
works.
get fucking ad block door?
Who's to say which of them are right?
Guess
and
this is getting
which of them are
exciting.
wrong, really.
I'll take my time a little bit.
Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. but an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course there won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Oh, you mold her at will. Yeah, so supposedly. How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Let's see what else. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
There's only one more.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and ancient god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
This looks kind of 18 plus. They're covering up their bits. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Dita would though. Would you? Sorry. I'm just curious. Yes, would.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or
Where's
will you
the...
open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Oh, thanks for the redeem.
Hello, Evelinian.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Oh my god!
I wish
I were a bird. I wish I were a bird. Meow. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Is she gonna just absorb me or what? Free yourself. Oh, I gotta kill myself to be with her, I think. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Hey, it's grass. Grass is growing. You are free and she is with you. But you can slay her now? I could, but I didn't.
It's magnificent.
It's life. There are no words, only thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. No, it's death. Well, it is a life. It is a world with death in it. Same thing, kinda. Yeah. Well, all life must exist with death. Step into the infinite. Let's go. Oh, it's a full freaking anime now. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. Unless you're that one jellyfish species that is functionally immortal. You exist and you are aware, just as you've always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Ooh. So many princesses for you, Birdman. That's it. Yeah, we got all the princesses. What a fever dream. Bird up. We reached infinite princess. And I've actually looked up YouTube and there's a way to kill her, I guess. I mean, there is, but why not, why not embrace the infinite princess? Thank you guys for being on this infinite princess journey where we slayed 1,000 princesses but also became one with our princess. And retained so much princess. And we are Birdman, but also a god. Ancient and with you know, we will know 1,000 sunsets, you know? That's just Ra. Is Ra Birdman? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess he is, right? Musician Birdman God. Yeah. And there are other outcomes to this game as well. So if you'd like to explore this game on your own, it's available on Steam, and it's interesting. And obviously, there's so many paths. So I know it is a visual novel, and you can fast forward through some of the dialogue, which I really didn't do. But yeah, if you're interested, it's not that expensive, and it goes on sale. So slay the princess, you guys. See if you want to keep your princess, or if you want to save the world, or the multiple universes or worlds. I also want to I did shout out earlier too for the raid. So thank you for the raid earlier. Thanks for Taekwondita. Inu Wes, thanks to Jacer and Jammer and Anya Mori, who was here earlier. Just anybody who stopped by, and even if you didn't say anything, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I've unlocked a gallery. Join the Discord. Nah, it's okay. Return to main menu. There we go. So yeah, guys. Time to clean your stream now. Have a good night. You know, Taekwon, I do love Crime Cleaner, and I could do that Monday if you don't mind waiting, or maybe this weekend, depending on how I feel. So I might stream that game. I do love that game. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I for sure will stream on Monday. See ya. Bye bye. Take care.